Good morning, kindergarten. I like to record these lessons in the morning, although you may be watching it in the afternoon or the evening, for all I know. But I'm still going to say good morning because it's morning for me right now. Today's lesson is all about maps, and I know we've talked a little bit about maps already this year, and I might have read this book to you already, but it's worth a second read, and I'm going to read it to you now before we talk about other maps. Me on the Map by Joan Sweeney and illustrated by Annette Cable. Me on the Map. This is me. This is me in my room. This is a map of my room. This is me on the map of my room. This is my house. This is a map of my house. This is my room on the map of my house. This is my street. And this is a map of my street. This is my house on the map of my street. This is my town. This is a map of my town. This is my street on the map of my town. This is my state. This is a map of my state, Kansas. This is my town on the map of my state. This is my country, the United States of America. This is a map of my country. This is a map of my state on the map of my country. This is my world. It's called Earth. It looks like a giant ball. If you could unroll the world and make it flat, it would look something like this map of the world. This is my country on the map of the world. So here's how I find my special place on the map. First, look at the map of the world and I find my country. Then I look at the map of my country and I find my state. And then I look at the map of my state and I find my town. Then I look at the map of the town and I find my street. And on my street, I find my house. And in my house, I find my room. And in my room, I find me. Just think. In rooms and houses, on streets, in towns and countries all over the world, everybody has their own special place on the map. Just like me on the map. Now, I want to show you, which you probably already noticed in the background, a huge map that I'm lucky enough to own. And it's a map of the Boston area. I'm going to move the camera so we can see it a little bit better. So, here is downtown Boston on the map. It's surrounded by water. A lot of these are rivers, and this is the bay. And if I back up, you can see that I have a lot of labels on the map. And this map is interesting because it has a lot of roads on it. It has some buildings on it, but the buildings are really, really tiny. And then this map is also from a long time ago, even before I was born. But I want to show you. This pink dot here is where our school is. And these are the people who are currently living in Arlington. And I want to say that I miss you guys. Eddie and Bowen and Kate and Chase and Ollie and Bo and Colette and Asher and Raina and Jacob are all in Arlington. And in the next town of Medford are Spencer, Indigo, Will, Connor, and Grace. Nearby in Belmont are Albin and Nina. Dylan's just a little bit over this way. He's just moved into Waltham. I'm gonna move back up here. Annie is toward the edge of the map. She's actually a little bit off the map, and she lives in Reading. And I'm gonna come back down here closer to Boston. And this is where the people in Somerville live. Vivian, Willa, Shalom, and Liam. And then last but not least, way down south near the highway of 128 is where Pat lives in the town of Needham. All right. So I also want to show you one more thing, and it's an idea for a project that you might choose to do. And I chose to do it on a big piece of paper bag that I unfolded and cut. You might want to ask a grown-up to help you a little bit with that, or if you're pretty good with scissors, you might want to try it yourself. So this is my map. I'm going to show you. I got creative with my map. I decided to make my map of an island from my imagination. And I want to show you on the map that I have something called a key. And so this is how a road looks on my map. This is how a house looks on my map. Mountains are drawn like this. Rivers like this. Forests like this. Walking paths like this. Swamps like this. I got this off of the big map here. I wasn't sure how to represent a swamp, but I wanted to have some swamps on my map. And a bridge here. I didn't realize I needed a bridge until I started to make my map. So, and I have a compass rose here, and then I've got water symbols on the outsides of my map to show that there's water surrounding my entire island, and there's a small island up here off the edge of my island. Now, on my island, I only have 3 different houses, and I would like to imagine that the people will be able to visit on the roads. That's why I needed this bridge here to have the road go over the river. And I also have walking paths on the island where I thought it would be fun to have walking paths. When you do a project, you might want to do a project that's different from this. One project you might want to do is a project of one room in your house, or even your whole house if you really want, if you could do one floor of your house. So you have to imagine, if you're going to do a project like that, that you're floating up by the ceiling and looking down. So try to think about what things would look like in your house if you were floating up at the ceiling. And I hope you have some fun with this project if you choose to do it. And I will see you guys soon. And I gotta say, I miss you guys. Working on this map and making me think how far away that we all are from each other right now. It's been making me sad, but I'm so glad that I get a chance to talk with all of you online every week. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.